I'm trying something new, so bear with me for just 1 minute. There we go. All right, now, well, let's see. I want that. Hold tight. Okay, so I'm gonna see if this is gonna work. It's starting out as sounding from the Master Assassins, and we're gonna go over the TU5 update while I do some gameplay, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear my audio of state of the game, so that way I don't have to fumble up what they were saying. But TU5 update for the most part is coming out on Tuesday, July 23rd. So let's get into it, see how this works, and let me know in the comment section below if it's okay, if it's not, if it's something I need to trash and move on to something else to make the streams better. Like I say, this is all trial and error, so here we go.
Posting this thing today. It's a bit of a vanilla state of the game today because it's me and my buddy Yannick today taking you through
back in the old days.
What's going on. Exactly. How you doing, man?
Good, and you?
You right? Yeah, good. I was just saying during the intro that the office is pretty quiet this week. People are they've committed all their things that are going out next Tuesday for TU5 or episode 1.
Yeah.
And they've taken a much-deserved break, but you're still here, so I grabbed you for the show. I hope you don't mind.
Yes, that's
all right.
fine.
Fantastic.
You know what I was thinking we should do eventually?
What's that?
We should actually once make a stream in the other room, in Balrog.
Where we did our first episode.
Where we did our very first. Like somebody was asking in chat, what was State of the Game number 1?
It was the alpha stream.
Was the alpha stream.
With
the post-alpha stream.
You and Kevin Goyon.
Kevin and Matthias, I think was in there. Yeah.
There you go. So yes, today is a little bit light on news because the news is that episode 1 is coming out next Tuesday. So all of the things that we know that there are a lot of discussions that need to be had about things like loot and bug fixes and all of those things. The big update's coming next Tuesday. All of those things will be an ongoing conversation based on where we are at with episode 1 when it comes out. It doesn't make sense to have those conversations.
Yes, that's true. That's when you gave me the turtleneck.
Yeah, that is. We still have that turtleneck somewhere.
I still have it somewhere. I'm not sure if it's in this room or...
You know your state of the game history.
Yes.
Very well done. When is the full version going to be released? Churuk says in chat. The full version. Well, are you making a salty comment about that? This is, anyway, okay. No, episode 1 or TU5 is coming out on the 23rd. We have a couple of things to talk about today. There's a new feature coming in episode 1 related to the call for backup thing, which was a hot topic during when the game came out. Remember how people were like, oh, call for backup, I keep getting agents calling for backup, and other things. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, because there's a really interesting new addition there. There is also no maintenance tomorrow, because we have the update coming out on Tuesday. So that's a thing. And next week, so the 23rd, let's just reiterate, we talked about this last week, so I just want to make sure that we get through it and you have all of that information before Yannick and I have a little bit of a chat about some other things. July 23rd, or Tuesday, for Year 1 pass holders, includes 2 new main missions, 2 classified assignments, and the first investigation area of the new Expeditions feature. Classified assignments are exclusive to Year 1 pass holders. Central Aquarium and NSA Site B13 are coming next Tuesday. Also, episode 1 will come with a big rework of the skills system. We've talked about that in other shows, so Bruce has been on here to talk about all of the changes coming with skills. That's kind of the big flavor change coming in with the TU5. We've covered extensively all of those things. We have VODs and there's archives of all of that, so you can go check out what Bruce has done there. All balance changes, skill changes, and the discovery mode version of the raid will be introduced to everyone on the 23rd. The new narrative content content, except for the classified assignments, will be available to all players the week after, on July 30th. You had just been chatting to some people about the raid and the loot, right? No, the discovery mode.
Yeah.
We chatted about that before. What's the clarification on?
There's a clarification to be made about loot on the discovery mode, because apparently there was a lot of discussion there. So just to be 100% clear, hopefully I'm going to be 100% clear, the discovery difficulty of the raids will give you guaranteed 500 items, any items from the loot pools, but you will not be able to get the Eagle Bearer or any of the raid exclusive gear sets in the discovery difficulty.
Okay.
These are still exclusive to the normal difficulty. So you can do the discovery, first as a practice and as a way to discover the raid and learn the mechanics and everything. You're going to get guaranteed 500. So if you're working your way towards 500, that might be also a way to kind of power level your way to 500, but you're not going to get any of the exclusives.
Yeah, so people asking in chat, Moku-chan saying, well, so what is the meaning of playing it? So you can experience the raid, the challenge of the raid, and also get really good gear. But we also want to make sure that the people who play the raid as it in its purest form have meaningful rewards for that experience as well.
Yeah, it's just, if you're somebody that can do the normal raids, Discovery is not for you. So,
of course.
Go do the normal raid and go get your rewards there. Discovery is really here for people who would like to experience these mechanics and everything, but, are not min-maxed enough and everything to actually do the normal raid. And two, it's also for people that want to prepare for the normal raid and just want to either practice or also meet like-minded people that they can then befriend and then organize actual runs of the normal raids. This is the intention with the discovery difficulty. It's really for people to discover, experience, learn the mechanics, and prepare for the normal one.
Yeah, I think it's a really good way, because it can be pretty daunting to get into the raid. I know I got super carried, so I haven't had the same experience as everyone else. I enjoyed it, but I probably wouldn't have jumped in if I didn't know that I was with other people who were super confident. But I wanted to experience the raid, so discovery mode.
Yes.
I am super into. That's a really cool idea. I want to show off, and because this stream might be a little bit shorter than other ones, we'll see how we go. Yannick can go on about some stuff. But one of the things that we haven't talked about yet, it's very small, that is coming next week, so in the Tuesday update as far as I know, there's some changes to the way some things are laid out in the social space outside the base of operations. So can we just pull up that video and we'll just chat about that while we take a look at some of those changes. So this was captured yesterday, actually, from the build that's coming out on Tuesday. So actually, if you walk out the front of the White House and come out to this area where the helicopter is, there are some other things that you can do out here. So crafting and recal.
Yeah, it looks a bit different, yes.
Yeah, so just so you know where these things, it was in the PTS already, yes. But just for the people who don't know about this, crafting and recal is here.
Yeah.
There you go. Optimization table, I think. I don't have the full list of everything that is out there, But
the idea is just basically to bring the services that you have from the base of operation outside in the social area. So we want people to be able to actually hang out there and just do what they would normally do in the base of operation, not have to run around so much either, but also do that while they're actually in a social space, kind of the way we had the terminal in Division 1. That's this feeling we want to bring back of you're doing your things there, but you see other players as well.
Okay, so in my list here, what has been written was you can now find your stash, crafting bench, recal, and matchmaking out there. The old station inside the building is still available, in case you don't like being out in the sun.
Or meet other people.
That's what it says. Yeah, if you like people. There you go.
If you like people.
Okay, I want to take a quick look at what is called the Shipit feature, which I think is pretty cool. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, that the call for backups thing was one of those, the first thing I think that came out on the PTS of the game, from memory, and people were like, this call for backup feature is super annoying. Agents calling for backup, all that. So it was one of those things. But rewind a second, and this will start making a bit of sense. Now, okay, this is the scenario. You call for backup, and I'm like, okay, Yannick, I'm going to come and help you out. I'm going to be a good guy.
As it usually happens.
I come to your session, we do some stuff.
Yeah.
Like maybe you wanted to do a mission or like a living world activity. We complete it, and then I get some Shipit experience. Oh, what is Shipit experience?
What is Shipit experience?
Because at the end of that...
We did not rehearse that.
At the end of the loop, you will have the chance to endorse me or not endorse me. You won't thumbs down me and be like, you know, that guy sucks. But you'll be like...
Like I do in real life.
But like you could be like, hey man, that was really cool. Endorse, right? Then I will get Shipit experience. And actually, I think I have a video of what that looks like. So if you had a good time, and I love that the person is clapping. Fantastic. You will get Shipit experience. So that's I think that's pretty cool. But it's like, well, why would you want it? There are some commendations attached to the system. So there's some arm patches. I think there's 3. Or Shipard. So people, spelling-wise, it's ship herd, right? It is you herd sheep. That's why I always think about that. But Shipard, isn't that the Mass Effect? Okay, I haven't played Mass Effect, but right. Okay. But also, rewards-wise, this apparently...
Hamish just said he hasn't played Mass Effect.
It's one of those things.
I think I have to leave. No, I don't.
But you haven't finished Dark Souls, so... I mean, I get super mad. I'm going to make some people mad. There you go. Look, there'll be other people in chat who haven't finished Mass Effect. Hands up if you're like me and haven't played Mass Effect.
There's a difference between haven't finished and haven't played.
I mean, I played a little bit, but I haven't finished it. And there you go.
All right. Let's do that stream about Mass Effect now.
Adapter says I haven't played. I'm not alone. There you go.
Yeah.
I will play it.
But I can't.
Probably, but I have a lot of things to, on my list. So, the rewards for the system, so there'll be, like, a time where your Shipit rank will go up to 99, apparently. And at the end of that period, people will be given, probably, we haven't defined exactly yet what that's going to be, but probably some cosmetic stuff, which will be really cool. So, we will see. So, you can get out there and... be nice to people. There you go. Shipit feature is really cool.
It's just really, I mean, the initial idea with Shipit was just like, how do we, allow people that don't necessarily have friends or don't necessarily know anyone, if they're struggling. I mean, The Division is still a game that is meant to be social and meant to, you can play it solo, but of course, it's great if you can meet people or play with other people. So we really wanted to have a way to allow people that are in the game, if they're struggling, to actually leverage that huge base of other players to help them out. But what we see is that people are using it, but they are not really being incentivized to use it. So there's a lot of people that are calling for backup, but not so many people that actually answer those calls. So it's really a way for us to try to kind of encourage this kind of connections and this kind of people meeting with each other and playing, and maybe find out that they actually get along and maybe they want to keep playing together. Or maybe even it's going to be like, hey, you know what, actually I have space in my clan, do you want to join? And it's really really trying to encourage people to meet with each other and make friends and then hopefully make long-term friends so they can play even more content together.
That's cute. The other thing with it that I think is pretty cool is that you will have visibly like this little cool wings icon next to your name, which will show your Shipit level. So if you're real nuts, you'll see some people around with walking around with their Shipit 99.
But Magipa, if you don't want to be social, that's fine. You can just turn off call for backup.
Yeah.
Your choice.
You can solo the whole game.
Yeah.
You do you. This reminded me, so there's been some conversation. I saw a really good Twitter thread about our friend Mr. Commendation. I don't know if you've been following this fantastic human being on Twitter, basically carrying people in raids and being awesome and doing all the commendations. I think, I'm going to call it now, Mr. Commendation is the first 99 Shipit.
Is that a challenge or?
Just putting it out there. That's what I'm saying. I do have here a little thing, current issues we are looking at, because we do know that there are still issues that we will continue to talk about after the release of episode 1. So we still know the revive hive is being a little bit tricky to us. So we'll update you as we know more about that. Also, the specialization picking up of ammo is still not working completely as wanted, right?
Yeah, no, we're working on those. Actually, these are the two of the top priorities that we're our top issues that we're working on. So yes, hopefully we should have something very soon. Yes, specialization ammo. It can still happen in some cases, but it just you can't pick it up.
Do you think that any of those changes will come on Tuesday, or is that the kind of thing that we think will be ongoing after the Tuesday maintenance? The Tuesday client update.
I mean, if we can get something ready before Tuesday, we'll try to put it in the
Okay,
update. But it's at the moment it's not guaranteed it's going to be there.
Okay, cool. Also, a quick update on Twitch Prime. You can redeem your unique rewards right now. There will be more information about the next Twitch Prime thing coming soon. I talk about this with very little knowledge because we don't have Amazon in Sweden. So I guess if you're involved in Twitch, you can get Amazon Prime here, like you can for the video stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't really have Amazon here in Sweden. But if you do have Twitch Prime and you are using that for the division, make sure you claim your rewards. Also, I finished a podcast. Actually, I put it up this morning. So Peter interviewed Christopher Emgard, who did the comic. So Extremis Malus. He also, I think, used to work at Massive. So if you want to check out that podcast, it's over on soundcloud.com/thedivision game. Go and check that out. What else has been happening in your world, Yannick?
I mean, it's almost just preparing the release of episode 1, so there's still a lot to do there. I'm just really excited about that. I'm actually just excited to also jump back in the game and actually start working on those skill builds.
Yeah, I see a lot of conversation, people being like, when will the DZ be fixed and all of these things. These will be ongoing conversations post the update, right? Like, we can't have those conversations right now because the conversation is very much, episode 1 is coming out on Tuesday. The game will be in, hopefully, a great state on Tuesday. I mean, that's your job. Okay, don't blame Yannick. Yannick's not entirely responsible for the game.
I didn't hear what you were saying. I was reading a salty comment.
I was just blaming you for everything.
And then wondering if I should reply on that.
Yeah, no, I was blaming you for everything and then saying that I really want to make sure that we have a lot of conversations about those things. So I know PvP is a big part of that. We will make sure that we get Terry and Keith or Ryan, the folks at Redstorm, over. We'll get them up on the screen. We'll have a call with them. We'll find out about the PvP and all that sort of stuff. Those... reading chat is a bad idea. Okay, it's not a bad idea. I'm reading it, but I'm just being selective. Because those things are important to talk about.
It's just because we're talking about skills right now and we're talking about episode 1 doesn't mean that we're not working on other things as well.
Put, Yannick.
There's a lot of things that we're working on. There's a lot of things that we're looking at. There's TU5 and there's going to be more TUs moving forward. And we're already working on some of them. So, there's a lot of things that we're looking at. And overall, I think we're pretty much in line with the feedback we're receiving from all of you. So just because we are not directly talking about, PvP or about whatever, doesn't mean that we're ignoring it or that we're not looking at all of that.
Yeah,
it's just everything in due time. Right now, episode 1, that's the thing that's coming next week.
You're right, though.
And there's already a lot of work that we're putting there towards, the gear game and towards all these kind of things with the skills. So that's already one very important step. And then from there, we can keep, iterating and adding a bunch of things.
Exactly. Like you say, TU5 is coming out on Tuesday. So TU6, already things that we are working on now and have been for a while, are things that we will talk about, just not today. Those things make sense to talk about after TU5, and we know the context of how those changes will fit into the next update. But you guys get that. I understand. All right. What else do you need to cover today, Yannick? Because that's about all of the game-related stuff that we have. I mean, I'm not going to go back into the cricket like we joked about. Mr. Hokey says, is episode 1 only for pass owners? People who own the season pass will get the... Wait, you can say this better. That's not my job. I'm I don't want to get it wrong.
So for
Release date.
to answer the question, no, episode 1 is not only for Year 1 Pass owners. Year 1 Pass owners get a 7 days early access to the narrative content of it. So that means that on Tuesday, the update is released. And for the 7 days after that, basically the main missions and the expedition will only be available to people who have the Year 1 Pass. After those 7 days, they become available to everyone. But the rest of the update becomes available to everyone next Tuesday.
Yeah, the only thing that, if you don't own the season pass, the only thing you won't get are the classified assignments.
Yeah,
right?
then the classified
literally-
assignments, this is not early access or whatever, this is unique to Year 1 Pass.
Those don't have any exclusive
Yes.
rewards related to power. There are some backpack trophies, but that's people who have access to those won't have an unfair advantage in anything. So the PvP community, I'm just reading it, thing here. So the PvP community still being left in the dark on future changes. Nice. No, we will have those conversations very soon. But Yannick and I do not work on the PvP of the game. Like I said before, that is handled by Redstorm. So Terry, Keith, Ryan, and the folks over there. I know it's more than those people, but those are people that we've had on State of the Game before. We will have that. I want to go in depth on what their plans are for the changes to PvP. I know that they have a lot of changes that they want to do. So we will talk about those.
And again, the changes we are doing with TU5 are going to also have an impact on PvP. So
True.
PvP is going to feel different with episode 1, with all the skill and gear changes we are doing there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's already going to be a change. But of course, that's not the PvP pass that people are asking for. This is something that we'll need to discuss differently with the actual PvP folks.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hear a lot of the sentiment around PvP. I get it. When we talk about PvP, very soon. We're on the same page with a lot of you, so do not worry about that. That will be a conversation that we will get the people who can really give you the information about PvP. We'll get them on stream, and we will get all of that information out to you. Okay, just to reiterate, the update, episode 1. Oh my god, no, episode 2 is not coming out next week.
We're not there
episode
yet.
1
We're not there
is coming out next week. So make sure that you are around and that you get that. Also, Ella is in chat now. It is her birthday. She is at home sick with flu. So just, happy birthday in chat for Ella. Good job being sick.
On your birthday.
We didn't need you here.
Happy birthday,
though. While people are doing that, we're going to take a look at the agent highlights. So the first agent highlight we have for the week, this is really cool and actually something that I would love for myself. So if I find where this person lives, I'm going to steal all your keycaps.
Yes, I want one of
because
these.
those are really cool.
Yes.
So a little piece over on Reddit has probably the sickest keyboard I've seen in a long time. GG. What kind of keyboard do you use, Yannick?
What do you mean?
What kind of keyboard do you
keyboard
have?
with keys, and when I press them, things happen on my screen.
You don't have a special keyboard at home? It's
No.
All right. Okay.
I'm not that kind of gamer.
That's fine. The second agent highlight is also, I had to look at these twice, actually, when Anais pulled them up on the computer before. I was like, did they actually make new textures for the guns? Because this one looks super cool. So Bob Emmel, I'm gonna say. Well, yeah, we should really capitalize those differently. But I'm gonna say Bob. Bob over on Reddit posted these, and the only thing that gives it away that they are screenshots from the game, and then really, really good Photoshop on top is the little orange UI dots.
Oh yeah, true.
For the attachments. Very, very cool. Really well done.
Yes.
Yeah, Splinter
Yes,
Shield
this
says
is nice.
hire this man. Honestly, if someone put that in their portfolio and was like sending that to Massive, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like that's a pretty nice portfolio piece, Bob. Just saying. Yeah, Majorling in chat says I want that top right one real bad. Pretty sick.
I like all of them. I want all of them.
I like all of them too. Really nice. And we have one more. So we showed a smartwatch last week, which I really liked. You wear a watch, it's not a smartwatch. You're a fancy man with your mechanical watch. But these ones here are very, very cool. So,
Oh yes.
yeah. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to get a smartwatch, but
Just so you can make it division themed.
pretty much. Yeah, that's kind of the only thing that's
The bottom right.
that's got me tempted to buy a smartwatch. Yeah, Rosine in chat saying, "Give me 4 of them." exactly. Very, very cool. So the Ammo Man over on Twitter, go and check that out. Yeah, they do look awesome. Rainfire almost got yourself timed out in chat, but I agree. They do look effing awesome. Real good. That's going to be all for today, actually. I mean, this one lasted a little bit longer than I expected. That's cool. So someone saying in chat, raid isn't fun. People are doing it for the eagle. You've done it 11, you haven't found one. That is how a loot-based game, the way this one is set up, will work. You can find it on your first go, or maybe not. Actually,
People get it on first try.
Yeah, George told me he got it on his first run.
So that is it for Sergeant Alexander and the Master Assassin's Clan. That is my playover of the state of the game. And TU5 will be coming out on Friday. So, I mean, not Friday, Tuesday. Excuse me, Tuesday. Tuesday is the TU5 update. If you have the year 1 pass, you will have it. If you do not have it, you can still purchase it. If you do not purchase it, then you will get it 7 days later. So you will get it on the 30th of July. And you will be able to play the update and all of its content. And that's it for Sergeant Alexander and the Master Assassin's Clan. So please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, bell notification, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next stream.
Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.